And let's put that question to Mr. Pargaonkar. I mean, this surely should have been done maybe 6-8 months ago. It's being done now.
You know, these raids raise one troubling question. As a rule, crooks are always a couple of steps ahead of the cops. And Mr. Raja, all said and done, is a very shrewd person. He would not have waited for all this while to make sure that incriminating documents, as they say, have been found. Those documents must have been cleared a long time ago. So my first question is, what sort of incriminating documents and why have they been kept there when Mr. Raja could have very well anticipated that there's going to be trouble and that raids would happen? So that's a troubling question. The other troubling question is, if the incriminating documents have indeed been found, then this guy was with these incriminating documents for the past 8 or 10 months. And therefore, the highest levels of government, there should have been some knowledge, some awareness of this fact. So, as of now, it seems to me that these raids aren't going to amount to very much. All that you can say is that if indeed the CBI comes up with very hard evidence, and if they are going to question Mr. Raja as swiftly as possible, then the air will begin to clear. Otherwise, it will indeed look like an eyewash.
Is your understanding of this that essentially the raids were ordered now so that the opposition would back off on a joint parliamentary probe, and that doesn't seem to have worked either for the government, has it?
Of course not. I mean, you've seen the reactions right now from both the BJP and the CPM. I think they're going to remain firm. I don't think they're going to be terribly impressed by these raids, unless, as I said, in the next 2 or 3 days, something absolutely dramatic comes out from these so-called incriminating documents.
And finally, on what Mr. Karunanidhi said, now, what do you make of his statement? We support Raja, but if he's guilty, I'm going to throw him out. Is that I mean, it seems to me to be the first statement indicating that he could go from the party.
Well, obviously, if they do indeed find that Raja has been involved in some kind of wrongdoing, Karunanidhi wants to make sure that none of this spills over to the party as a whole. So I think he's trying to protect the DMK, protect his family. You know, look, let's be very blunt about it. The loot has been shared wherever it is, and you want to make sure that the sting doesn't arrive at your doorstep. I think Mr. Karunanidhi has therefore bought some kind of an insurance saying, I support him, but if found guilty, he will not waste a minute to throw him out. I think that's the message.